Good morning, it's 7:30 in the morning and I'm about to go across over to El Salvador from Guatemala after being here for 2.5 months as cheap as I can. So all around me is loads of buses, and because I don't speak English, so basically what I'm doing is just asking people all around, trying to find out which bus it is, and just realised the signs explaining where all the buses are going to. So although there is no timetable, I would say that whenever you turn up there'll be a bus within about 10 minutes of you coming, and you're heading for Escuintla. Don't know if I said that right, but it's on the screen so you know where you're going. So why am I doing it via all the local buses? It's because if you take a shuttle bus from Antigua, it'll cost between 30 and 40 US dollars. If you take the local buses all the way to Santa Ana, it'll be about $10. Cheap. So I've just been dropped off in the centre of this town. Not got a clip I'm going. Didn't help the fact I don't speak Spanish, but all I know is I've got to ask for La Frontera, El Salvador. Some nice woman behind me just says, stay here, don't move. So that's what I'm going to do. At least that's what I think she said. But the last bus cost me 20 quetzales. Cheap so far. So if you think about doing this trip, across the road is where you'll get dropped off, and this is where you'll wait for the bus to the border. That's me just being dropped off at the border of Guatemala and El Salvador, just behind me. Obviously no signage at all to go tell me where I'm going, but I'm just going to follow them people behind me and hopefully that they're going the right way. So I've just done the Guatemala side behind me, just handed in my passport. They looked at it, they've just given me a little ticket, and just before I got there I exchanged some money with one of the guys that was on the side. And you get a lot of these with all the border crossings in South America, that you can change money that you from the country you're going from, the country you're going to, and it's usually a good rate as well, so worth doing. I just changed all my Guatemalan money, so I'm skint apart from US dollars. So I'm now going to try and cross the bridge, if there is a bridge, and this is the scene I can see in front of me, just lots of lorries. So I've been walking for about 4 or 5 minutes now, and I have no idea where the border is. There just seems to be a long line of lorries, and I'm just following the guy in front of me because I think he knows where he's going. When I think back to 2 weeks ago when I did the Guatemalan-Mexican visa run, and that place was more modern, more up to date. This is the sort of place you see in the movies. It's dirty, it's yeah. Another thing that I was offered at the border was one of these things, and because I'm trying to save some cash, it would have been a lot easier just to grab one of them, and it would have been cheap. But I'm thinking about all the exercise I'm getting. And here's the border. And here is the sign saying, "Welcome to El Salvador," and I think I'm going to go this way. And that's me in El Salvador. Short, sweet. I just walked past the guy, looked at my passport, didn't even bother stamping it. I'm in. Now obviously, because El Salvador is part of the CA4 Pact, it's 4 countries that your visa covers you all. There's no need to re-stamp it. But I'm now here. No, you're okay, thank you. Gracias. And there's money lenders everywhere. So if you get to change your money over there, do it over here. So now I'm in El Salvador. I need to find a bus to get to the next stop without trying to get knocked over by bikes. So if you're coming over to El Salvador, the first place you are likely to be going to is Santa Ana. Now to get there, you go to the bus station, which is from the border crossing, straight down, and then you'll hit the bus station, and you won't be able to miss it because there's loads of buses there. When you do get the bus station, just find where a lot of people stand around because they're bound to be waiting for a bus, and just join the queue. If it's a wrong queue, you'll find out. So I'm on the bus to Sonsonate. I hope you say that right. Got my bus ticket, and another thing you've got to get used to when you go to a new country is your money. They use the US dollar over here, and obviously it's a new currency you have to get used to. So that's me in El Salvador. The bags are off, I'm in a hostel, and it was probably the most easiest journey that I could have taken. And I would say that if you're a backpacker and you're adventurous, do the chicken bus route. It's cheaper, it's a little bit longer, but it's more adventurous. Now I want to put all the routes below in the description, so if you do want to try it out, it'll be there for you to try out yourselves. I am now going to try and find some food because I've not eaten since 7:30 this morning. And if you've got any questions at all about the route I've taken, about any border crossings that I've done, just put them in the comments below and I'll answer them as best as I can. But in the meantime, while I go off to get some food, if you like this video and you found it interesting, helpful, press the like button. If you want to see what my adventures in El Salvador is going to be, press that subscribe button. But until next time, bye bye.